Alright, here we go. So, some of you may know the story, some may not, but I lost this gun overnight last night, and found it this morning, and I'm very happy to have it back. And I could see I put the Volquartsen loaded chamber indicator, LCI gauge, back in here. I put that in, it's in another video. So I fired, this is pretty dirty, so I'm probably going to clean it along the way, but this is the old Hunter, so we're gonna try. It doesn't need it. Trigger's awesome. The thing is pretty sighted on. I can hit where I want to with crappy ammo and everything, but we're gonna do it anyway. One of the big things is the magazine disconnect for the trigger. Gonna replace that with a Tandemkross. Hopefully that works well with the Accurizing kit. I think we're gonna put the whole kit in for this. This is for a Mark III Acura from Volquartsen. So I got a big load of stuff from Brownells, including a AR-15 bolt lock. I already put that in, pretty excited about. I also, I'm going to try out the Hornady 10-pack die bushing. So we had a little a birthday shopping spree for me, and it's unfortunately coming to an end. But fortunately, I get to throw one of these kits together. So I'm going to go ahead and break this down, see how dirty it is, and try to document as much as I can about the Volquartsen kit. Okay, we're all broken down. I wiped it off. It says pretty dirty, so I think I'm going to, well, I don't want to soak the sights, but I think I'm going to soak this stuff. We'll just get it out of the way for now. So I'm going to keep the magazine handy, not for long because of this. So it's pretty dirty in here again, so I think I'm going to disassemble it, really clean it out, and try to figure out how it goes back together. But right now, the trigger really isn't that bad, and I guess it's a little gritty. We'll see what this thing can do. I'm going to disassemble the new trigger. I'm going to take the set screws out, the Allen screws for the trigger adjustments. Make sure I blue Loctite those. I got some of that right here. I'm going to clean and blue Loctite them. A couple of the other suggestions that went along with it. So right now it's broken down. What I'm going to do is read the included documentation with the Volquartsen kit, and see what we can figure out. Alright, all cleaned out inside. I wiped it down, gave it a good bath with one shot. I'm probably going to do a little more detail, but I just followed the instructions. It's 6 steps to disassembly. Biggest thing is the detent springs seem to be the scary thing. So we saved all the detent springs, I hope, and we're going to just keep trudging away. So the safe from fire and the magazine lock and all that stuff. Of course, the magazine disconnect's going away, so that'll be good. And it looks like we got a new magazine disconnect lever with a longer thumb grasp there. So now I'm going to give this a real good cleaning, make sure it's detailed, and then I'm going to take away the parts that I'm not going to reuse and start Loctiting triggers and things. So we'll see what the next step is. But so far so good. It came apart exactly like the simple instructions say. Unload the firearm, refer to the manual for field assembly. So you field assembly, I had that done. Remove the grips. Remove the hammer pin by drifting from right to left. Once the hammer pin is removed, the bolt release will drop from the frame next to the hammer bushing, magazine disconnector spring, and magazine disconnector can be removed, rotating the hammer and disconnector up away from the frame. Once this is done, the safety can be removed. Be careful, it even tells you, be careful not to allow the ball detent to fall from the safety, as this will be needed in reassembly. The trigger plunger and trigger plunger assembly can also be taken out at this time. Before the step, take a look at the sear. So I had to note where the sear spring was, and it was exactly, watching a few YouTube videos helps too, so mine isn't going to show that detail. Maybe when I reassemble it, I'll take a quick video on how the sear should look, make sure I have it correct anyway. Move the trigger pin by drifting from left to right, so the trigger pin goes out that way. The pin is held in place by a trigger retainer. You can see it's a big hook-shaped retainer there. Should be getting that in the camera. So there's this big spring. That's the retainer spring, believe it or not. It works pretty good. Move the trigger pin by drifting left to right. The pin is held in by the trigger pin retainer and may need to be pressed down slightly to avoid drifting the spin, to aid in drifting the spin out. Once the pin is removed, remove the bolt stop and the bolt stop plunger spring by pulling it rearward. Next, remove the trigger and disconnector. So all that's done. All of it's in this little pan here. And I'm going to clean it up. The stuff I'm going to reuse, I'm going to really clean up. And then I'm going to really clean up my hands are dirty, so it's probably just getting it dirty again after I wipe it down. So, alright, I'll see you whatever the next step is. Install the Volquartsen targets here, so that'll be next. Alright, this is the new hammer. So if you look real close, right with the stop is here, it was rubbing against and binding against the trigger. So that's nice and free now. The trigger's pretty cool. It's got the new Volquartsen trigger. It's got a Tandemkross bushing. See the Tandemkross bushing in there, the fancy trigger. Hammer, I mean. And it was the bushing had to be persuaded into the hammer, fit easy into the stock one. And I did measure the stock trigger against this trigger, and did notice there was hundredths of an inch off. So I just sanded it where it comes in contact with the disconnector there. Seems to be doing okay. So I got this worked out where it breaks right at the brake. I took an opportunity to clean it all. So I got to get it to the range now. It's an awesome. Well, it's in. I had to sand down the top of the trigger a little bit to get it to move. It was binding. Very nice. Very nice. The magazine disc bolt hold open works. And the trigger, I think I got it adjusted correctly. It just breaks right at the brake. There it is. Just a hair. But the trigger was binding, but it all looks pretty good. Got all the new equipment in there, the new trigger, the new bolt disconnect, so we can pull the trigger without the... Nice. So it's in. So I'll have to go take a ride and try it. Oh yeah, see that? Pull the... No magazine, please observe. No loaded chamber indicator, so this thing's decked out. I think that's as far as I'm going to go with it. There's not much more I need to do. Maybe buy another magazine or something, but that's it.